Welcome everyone to the 2021 Clash at the Canyons, presented by Discmania, a Pro Tour Silver Series event. We're out in Lockport, Illinois at Delwood Disc Golf Course for the final round of the FPO division. I'm Sarah Hokom, here with Deanne Carey.
Hello everyone, and thanks to one of our sponsors, Infinite Disc. We have our FPO lead card final round. First on the card we have Kristin Tattar from Latitude 64 all the way from Estonia. Next we have Sarah Gilpin for Team Dynamic Disc. I believe she's an Iowa native.
Yeah, semi-local.
Yeah. Then we have Mertsch, Team Innova.
Sporting the 4th of July attire.
Oh yeah. And then finally we have Sarah Hokom of Team MVP. This looks like it's going to be a fun card.
Yeah, tight battle here with Kristin out in front at a -1. Sarah Gilpin and Mertsch at 2, and I'm at 5 over. Starting off with hole 1, it's a par 4, 600 feet. There are 2 alleyways on the left and the right. The right alleyway is technically the best shot to throw. Want it to throw on the right side down to this landing zone. And then you've got a tight gap with a river on the right to get yourself a look at birdie. The green is very tricky here. It's sloped all the way to the river, and it takes some touch to get that disc to stick on that green.
From Estonia, Kristin Tattar.
Kristin lining up her verdict. Looks like she pulls it a little bit. Yep.
Gets a kick back to the grass, but not the way she wanted to start the round.
Sarah Gilpin.
Sarah, looks like she turned over her escape just a little too much.
Yeah, that one's heading out to the river area, but she's safe.
She'll have a tough look from there. Kat walking up. She's gonna throw her Metal Flake Katana. I believe this is a new addition to her bag as well. That looks good. Oh, hit a little early though.
Yeah, once again, getting caught up a little bit in those trees.
Sarah Hokom.
Temperature's a little muggy out there today. One of the hottest days we've experienced on this course.
And we've had such a great crowd all 3 days.
Yeah, the local community is so supportive. Yep, that was a little slip on the grip.
Going roller?
Tomahawk?
Oh, tomahawk.
Really
okay.
just trying to get through all the trees,
Okay.
which it does.
Well, should have a little lane from right there.
Little is the key word.
Yeah. No matter where you are down there, it's a little gap.
Kristin getting caught up high once again.
Kat opting for the sidearm as well. Looks like she's just trying to pitch it down to the bottom. That's a good shot.
Right to the chips. She'll have another 150 feet to approach the pin.
Kristin going for the jump putt to get down the hill.
And that's her third. So par is out of range, but she can still get up and down to save the single bogey. Sarah pitching out with her harp.
And that'll be a good shot. She'll be looking at a good shot for a par.
Yeah, long jumper.
Going with the side arm approach on this one. Oh, you went up the hill today.
Yeah, I was trying something different and it did not work out. But just outside circle 2.
Kristin throwing her fourth shot. Just trying to get it up to the basket.
And that's great. Right by the wooden plateau. She'll be 15 feet away.
There's Kat on her third shot. Ooh, looks like she just misreleased it a little bit.
Early release. And Sarah Gilpin with a great approach.
And gets a nice little roll closer to the basket.
Little 20-footer for the par.
That was a good bid from back there. We'll sit down. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Here's Sarah for par.
Wonderful putt. That's a great way to start and getting a stroke on the whole card. That puts her within 2 of Kristin.
Kristin tapping in her bogey here. That's going to bring her back down to even par for the tournament.
Yeah, this first hole is so difficult. It's playing as the second most difficult hole on the course. And we didn't see any birdies today.
No.
So there was just one birdie in the whole field on the whole weekend by Deanne Carey.
That's pretty awesome. I'm just glad I got it one time.
Yeah, only 33% even parred the hole today. So 67 bogey or worse. What a tough starting hole. Gilpin within 2.
Okay, moving on to hole 2. It's a 500-foot par 4. This is a double Mando hole. You have to cross over that OB road, try to land somewhere about where the drone is now, and then you have this other Mando that you have to go around. Also, you have to be very careful of going too long because there is OB road going all around this basket. And that looks pretty good.
Yeah, fading left.
She even got the good skip at the end.
That's a great position. She should be able to get around that corner.
Kristin's been throwing this Grace so well.
Is that a new disc?
It just came out.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen her throw it at Worlds and then here, and I had never heard of it before. Really beautiful shot, all the way up there.
I believe Kat is throwing her Destroyer here.
Just crushes it up the hill.
Oh yeah, she'll be pretty far up the hill.
That's a great fade to the left. I'm throwing a Vanish.
Just trying to get it to turn over. That looks really good.
Until it hits this tree and rolls right behind it. Oh. That's a really bad position. So stuck with a roller. That's a crave in my hand.
Just trying to get it around this Mando. That's a good shot.
Yeah, I was happy with it.
Mm-hmm. Sarah on her second shot.
She looks a little pinched on this left side, so she's just laying up with a putter.
Yeah. But she'll be past that Mando.
Kristin with a look to get to the pin.
Oh.
A little early, hits a tree. That's trouble.
Yeah. Kat looks like she might have a similar line. Yeah. Oh, that needs to sit down.
Oh, wow, that was going to skip out of bounds, but hits the tree and is just at the edge of the circle.
That was a good stop. Kristin for her third shot, just trying to get around that Mando. Yep.
Gilpin with her third. A long look. Just trying to put it close.
Yep.
And she does.
And that'll be an easy par for Sarah.
Now this is Kristin's par putt.
Is it going to go in? Go in? Oh, pretty close.
Great run.
Yes.
Pitching an envy just down to the basket.
Here's Kat for her third shot. This is
Yeah,
her
this
birdie
is
look.
Her birdie. Get in there.
So how confusing was it that there was two Sarahs on your card?
It was a little confusing. When everybody's cheering for Sarah, I just say thanks.
Hey, they didn't specify which
Right?
Sarah.
I'll take all the help I can get out there.
Tapping out a few pars and a bogey, I believe.
So Kristin losing a stroke to Gilpin 2 holes in a row, that puts Sarah Gilpin within 1 stroke of Kristin.
And it also puts Kat within 2. So we got some movement going on pretty early.
Yeah, it's anyone's game at this point. Moving on to hole 3. This one's 335 feet with OB all along that left side as on that tree line. There's also a canyon on the right side with a bunch of trees. Really plays well to a sidearm hyzer, but a putter would also do the trick, just straight down the hill. Just want it to stop before the basket so that you don't go OB long. Gilpin up first.
Looks like she's gonna flick her at Vader.
Looks a little hot.
Oh, inbound.
Whew. Just by a tiny bit, keeps it in bounds, and that's a close putt.
Kat just throwing her destroyer, trying to get it as close as possible. And that'll be a really good putt.
Inside the circle?
And this is your pyro?
Yeah, pyro on a flex line.
That thing just dumps out of the sky.
Yeah, like I don't think I can throw it out of bounds.
I don't think
Like,
so either.
I don't think it will go left at all.
Was this a all sidearm card?
Well, on this hole it certainly was.
Both, or all 3 of the rounds that I played, Kristin swinging a little high with her verdict. But all 3 rounds that I played, I was the only one to go sidearm.
Wow.
Yes.
Kristin with a long look, just laying it up,
Yeah.
gonna try to get away from this hole with a par.
Kat for birdie. Oh, that was a good attempt.
Chain left, little tentative on her stroke.
This is Sarah Gilpin for birdie. Yep.
And she just tied it up. Really great putt. I love watching her putt. She's all business right now.
Oh yeah, she means business.
And Kat just tapping in for the par, and I have a little tap in for birdie. Birdies are great out here. It's really tough to get birdies, so anytime you can get the disc in the basket for that birdie stroke, you are feeling really good.
Especially if you don't have to make a big putt for it.
Yeah, those are my favorite.
Yes. So right now, Kristin and Sarah Gilpin are tied.
And Kat just 2 back.
Exactly. And then you're 4 back?
I'm pretty far back at this point.
Only
back.
4?
Only
you got
4.
a lot of golf.
Okay.
Okay, we got hole 4. It is a 678-foot par 4. That path that you see all along the right side is out of bounds. There's also the hole 3's fairway that we just came off of is also out of bounds on this hole. It's just one you want to throw a hyzer as far as you can off of the tee, and then another max distance shot, and then a layup. It's a pretty hard 3. I don't believe that we've seen any 3s so far. No, Kristin got a 3.
Kristin did get the 3 on this the first round, so she has an opportunity here to gain a stroke.
Sarah Gilpin just throwing her evader around the corner. And this is your crave.
Yep, crave up the left side. Probably not what the course designer intended for someone to throw.
It works though.
But I'm in good position. Kat with a boomer around the corner. Getting way up there and safe.
I believe that is her metal flake katana that she's been throwing. Kristin's gonna throw her defender.
She throws it a little low, and the grass just kind of catches it. There's not a lot of skipping going on.
This grass is very thick.
But she still is in position to try to get this birdie, even from so far back.
Yeah. She's throwing that grace again.
And this looks great.
That looks. Okay. So right outside circle 2, she has a long bid.
I'm throwing a trace just to the middle of the fairway.
Yeah, just play it for
This one's out of range for me, so I'm not trying to bite off much.
Sarah. Oh, that needs to sit down.
She kind of airs it out here on the left and goes out of bounds. Kat Mertsch.
Kat.
Full distance shot. Throws it a little bit low.
But she'll be.
She's got a circle
range.
2 look.
Yeah.
This is a reactor.
That looks nice. Just settle. Oh, yeah. And that should be an easy par from there. Sarah Gilpin from an out of bounds.
So this is her 4th shot.
She turns it over just a little bit. But she should be inside the... Yeah, she's inside the circle.
20-footer to save the bogey. And Kristin for birdie.
Ooh. That was a good bit. Yep. This is Kat's birdie look.
Ooh, kind of gets away from her there.
But
right up there by the pin. It'll be an easy tap out for par.
this is Sarah Gilpin for bogey.
Oh, wow. One of the few misses I've seen from Sarah. So that will cost her.
She'll be looking at double, and Kristin is going to tap in a par, I believe.
So Sarah Gilpin getting 2 strokes in 2 holes and then losing them. Actually 3 strokes in 2 holes. And then losing 2 of them to Kristin.
Yep.
So Kristin jumps back into the lead. And Sarah Gilpin goes back to tie with Kat Mertsch at 3 over. Kristin out in front. Moving on to hole 5, Deanne Carey's favorite hole. It's a par 3, 295 feet. Crossing this river about halfway up the fairway. Just need to get it from left to right. Trying to get it parked beyond this beautiful ring of rocks. I like the rocks, but sometimes
they can be mean.
Deflect the shots in the wrong direction. I'm throwing a trace.
Ooh, that looks good. Get a skip. Ooh, yep, inside circle 1.
Kat also opting for the sidearm.
And that looks like her destroyer.
Puts it up a little high.
She'll have a circle to look at it.
And Kristin, who has gone OB on the right side, or she's hit these trees on the right both rounds, and now she kind of hits the trees on the left. So this hole is, even though it's Deanne's favorite hole, it is definitely not Kristin's favorite hole.
No.
She ends up with a penalty stroke, but on the basket side of the creek.
Yep.
Gilpin hoping to capitalize.
And that looks like it's going to be good. Oh, hyzered out just a little bit, but she should have an outside circle look at it.
I'm so surprised that she doesn't throw a sidearm here. The shape is from left to right, in my opinion.
That's what I would, if I had a sidearm, I would throw it.
Kristin getting confirmation from the card mates that she did cross on the other side of the creek.
Going with that sidearm approach and
she parks it for the bogey.
Yep. And here's Kat for her long attempt at a birdie. Get it.
Oh, wow.
That looked really good.
It sure did.
Sarah for birdie.
Looking for a possible 2-stroke swing.
No, looks like she'll just get 1 stroke on this hole. This is your birdie attempt as well. Oh.
Coming in a little bit high. And Sarah to clean up her par.
Yep.
Doesn't get the birdie, but still getting a stroke on Kristin to come within 1.
We'll be tapping out a few pars and then Kristin with the bogey.
So surprising that the lead card did not get any birdies on this hole. 22% birdie in the field, including Holly, Juliana, Deanne, and Kristin.
And it's funny, me, Juliana, and Holly, we were all on the same card, and we all 3 threw a Roadrunner.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Wow.
Hey everyone, this is Leah Sinagini, and we're at Clash of the Canyons at Dellwood Park. We're gonna do a preview for hole 6. It's a 365-foot par 3. We're gonna be starting out with a high elevated tee. We're going to be going around this tree branch area over here. So righty backhands are gonna hyzer around the tree and try to put about 400 feet of power onto it to finish inside the circle. There is water behind the pins, so dangerous birdie putts ahead. Most people are gonna either birdie or par.
We have Sarah Hokom lining up the backhand.
Safe.
It's safe.
Yeah, so I'm just happy I'm not in the river on the left.
Kat throwing her CD2. Looks like she just threw it a little high.
Yeah, airs it out, a little early release, and that is going to be out of bounds.
Ooh. Sarah Gilpin throwing the sidearm, which we're still confused about.
Yeah, I meant to ask her, but I didn't want to. I wanted to ask her in my round today, but I didn't want to mess with her mental state. You know, she's in the heat of a battle. So maybe Sarah will watch this coverage and tell us why she throws a sidearm when her backhand is so good.
Yes.
Kristin with a beautiful shot, gets a great skip left. Wow, what a shot.
Sarah using her Bushnell rangefinder.
Man, I love that thing.
It's amazing.
Got my buddy Brian Usher on the bag. And just a little reactor upshot from about 200 feet.
And that'll be inside the circle. Kat throwing from her out of bounds shot.
And her stance here is really challenging.
And she has a very small gap.
The bank is so steep that she can barely get footing. And she just peers about 20 trees.
That was a phenomenal shot.
Gorgeous. Sarah Gilpin with a great tee shot. Putting it up close.
Kat for bogey? No, double. No, bogey.
Yeah, that was her bogey look, but unfortunately that will be a double.
And this is your par look. Oh.
I mean, I guess it was a little high left, but yeah, I kind of thought the basket was going to catch that one.
It looked good.
And Kristin for birdie to get a stroke on the car.
Oh, yeah.
The crowd loves it. We had a huge group on this hole.
Kat for double. And Sarah Gilpin for par.
So Kristin gets the birdie to get another stroke on the card. And she's now got a 2-stroke lead.
Yep. The battle's getting intense.
I love that commercial.
Me too.
Moving on to hole 7. This is a par 4, 670 feet, plays like 800. First shot, trying to get it right up to about here. This dirt spot is a really good place to land. Second shot, traversing these trees. Most players are gonna lay up in front of this wooden fence and throw their third shot over the fence a couple hundred feet to approach the pin to get a par. We have not seen a birdie on this hole yet.
No. Kristin's gonna throw her grace again.
And she is gracing us with a perfectly executed shot.
I'm very glad she executed it because...
Yeah, first day she went out of bounds on the right. Second day she missed her line a little bit. And today she shows us how to do it.
Sarah Gilpin throwing her escape. Yep.
Also a great shot right in the middle. You don't actually have to get a ton of distance off this tee.
Just keep it in bounds.
Oh, thank you, Treesus.
In the middle of the fairway. Yep.
That was a little slip grip. Pretty sweaty out here.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I take too long on the tee and then my hands start sweating.
And that was Kat's Metal Flake Katana.
Way up there.
Oh, yeah.
Throwing it past everyone else. Kat has so much distance.
She does.
It is really awesome to watch the disc fly out of her hands. Throwing another trace, just trying to get up the fairway as far as possible.
Yep. Oh.
And found a tree.
Sarah Gilpin just trying to get it up to that fence line. And that's going to be a really good shot.
And Kat, she's got a driver in her hand. She is not laying up.
Kat doesn't lay up.
I guess not. Big hyzer.
Oh, yeah. That's such a good shot.
Getting it all the way over the fence and in bounds. That'll be a short approach for her par.
I think she's the only person to attempt to go over that has made it over that I've seen.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody. And Kristin not looking to get the birdie. She's just laying it up to the fence line. I got about 280 to the pin.
Ooh, that turns over nicely.
Throwing a relay.
And inside circle 1.
That was probably the best shot I've thrown this whole tournament.
It was a fantastic shot.
Gilpin with putter. Pushes it out right.
And she'll be inside the circle. Kristin just lining up her her sidearm just to...
Just pitching it up there, and she puts it pretty close. Little tester. And
Kat with her just simple approach shot.
Right, just popping it on a short hyzer, making that par easy.
This is
my par putt.
Yes!
And it sneaks in the right side.
Awesome.
After I've missed 2 putts now in a few holes, so I'm glad that that one stuck.
Sarah Gilpin for her par. Yep. Then I believe we'll just be tapping out a few more pars.
Yeah, the entire card.
Oh, no.
Getting the par. And of course, Kat is very close to the basket for her par. So no birdies on this one on the weekend, but par is good. Only 39% of the field parred it.
Sarah Gilpin is still 2 back from Kristin. Kat and Sarah, you guys are battling as well. Hole 8. This is a 408-foot par 3. You have to get out of this gap initially, and you're throwing downhill basically as far as you can. There is a creek going around the entire right side of the fairway and behind the basket, so there's a lot of danger on this hole.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think you can play. It plays to a big sidearm.
Yes, but the sidearm is very scary.
Absolutely. Down that hill, takes a lot of technicality. So even though Kristin has the distance with her sidearm to get here, she's opting for the safe shot backhand and is not trying to play this one for birdie.
And she'll just throw her claymore just safely over there and just pitch up for the par. Sarah Gilpin throwing her evader.
A nice flex line.
And this is your trace again.
The trusty
but a different
trace.
One, right?
Yeah, this one's a little bit flippier, and we did have a headwind, and it pushed it a little bit further left than I'd like, but it's still safe in the short grass.
Yep. And Kat throwing her rock. I believe it is a rock 3.
Right out to the center. We will all have a similar pitch up to the basket, but there's nothing easy about this shot.
No, this is a very tough up shot. You have a low ceiling, and you have the creek
on 2 sides. And it's like behind the basket, it slopes into the creek. So if you catch an edge, it will be out of bounds.
Kristin going for the jump putt. and she'll have a pretty simple putt from there. Sarah Gilpin opting for the backhand.
Yep, that'll work.
I was scared of the backhand approach on this hole.
Why?
Because if I threw a sidearm, I could just stare at it the whole time. And I knew where it was
you
going.
Didn't want to turn your back.
No, because then I feel like
the basket's going to move or what?
I would overthrow it probably and go in the water.
Oh, understood. I always find that interesting, the choice backhand or sidearm that people make when it comes to approach shots. I find that a lot of backhand throwers, like dominant backhand throwers, have a really good touchy sidearm approach.
That's basically all the approach shots that I throw is a sidearm approach. So
you're not alone.
Tapping in a few pars here.
So no movement here. We didn't really see any birdies. I think Gilpin got it though the first round. I didn't get to watch the shot, but I'm pretty sure she got that birdie in the very first round.
Sarah Gilpin still within 2.
And Kristin out in front. Big shout out to Infinite Discs. Moving on to our final hole of the front 9. Par 3, 338 feet with a river on the left. You've also got a lot of trees and bushes on the right side that you do not want to be over there. And you approach this really beautiful green with a bridge behind. Have a bunch of spectators up there watching from afar, cheering on our players.
Even though it's a short hole, it's really a tough hole.
We have not seen a birdie on this hole yet.
No.
Definitely plays to a sidearm.
Looks like Kristin is going to sidearm her Grace here. Just trying to get a little pop-up.
Early release ends up on the right side.
And that will be a tough shot to save a par. Sarah Gilpin also going with the sidearm. And she's going to throw it her Grace as well. She kept hers a little wide, but she got a good kick out into the middle.
Fortunate. I do think that this hole is gettable, but I don't think that a sidearm is going to get there, at least for any of the sidearms that I have seen. I think it actually plays, to get the birdie, I think it's a flexing backhand.
I believe so too. I wanted to try it. And that looks like a good sidearm. Yeah.
Hit the tree.
I wanted to try to go for it, but I was so scared with the water that it wasn't worth it.
It's so technical. Through the gap, around the corner, and then not letting it fade left.
Yes. Oh.
Speaking of left, Kat airs it out a little bit left, gets a good kick back into the fairway, but everyone is out of range for birdie.
But
the spotter
is in bounds.
Everyone is in bounds, yes. The spotter actually said that he would pay us $10 if we birdied it. So we were all trying to get this.
That same spotter told us that he had $45 for an ace. None of us were going for it.
You'd have to put a 0 behind that for us to actually try to make a shot that would get a birdie or an ace.
And Kristin just laying up with her
beautiful approach.
Yes.
Making it look easy.
Sarah Gilpin opting for the backhand here. But she matches Kristin's shot.
You can hear the roar of the crowd. They are watching the lead men's card where there's a big battle going on. And Kat with a tough look.
But she gets it.
The spotter told her he would pay her like $5 to go through the woods. She wasn't having any of that.
Oh no. Tap in a bunch of pars here.
So no movement here on this 9th hole. And Kristin is still out in front.
But Sarah Gilpin's only 2 behind. We have 9 holes to play.
And these back 9 are trouble.
Yeah.
There's only a couple birdie opportunities, and it's about getting pars from this point on.
Yeah. Oh, little groundhog.
Bunch of groundhogs out there. They're so cute.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us on this front 9, and go ahead and like and subscribe to Ace Run Pro. Make sure you have all the latest videos from this great production company.
Make sure after you watch this to go watch the back 9.